Welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. My name is Maya Paley, and I'm the... Thank you. I'm the program director of the Jewish Women's Conference. I'm just excited for you to have an educational, empowering, and inspiring day with our 44 speakers, our 2 keynote speakers, all of whom are incredibly passionate and accomplished women.
As women, we are the educators in our homes and in our community. We are the teachers and role models for our children in our communities. We have an obligation to help create positive change, first in our own communities and then throughout the world.
We have one hell of a narrative, and we should own it. The matriarchs give us historical permission to take risks, struggle, to fight, win or lose, without apology. We hand down to our daughters and chart a course for ourselves that cannot and will not be limited by any passing oppressive whim or ideology. We come from a lineage of extraordinary Jewish women. I own that. I love that. And it is evidenced in the blessings we have in our personal and professional lives. Thank you very much for having me speak here today.
Now, when you're running as a woman or active and being a woman, I find that for many, it's what I call climbing the double stair, because you not only have to ascend a stair professionally, but you also are confronting the stereotypes. Of course, if you're a woman of color, you've got 3 stairs. A gay woman of color, you've got 4 stairs, and so forth. So there could be a lot of stairs that you're ascending at once. And the more you are committed to being part of something bigger than yourself, the less that matters. That's why it all goes back to what you're fighting for and why you're fighting. Because if you're working on something that you really believe, then being criticized just comes with the territory. And take it from a Pelosi. There's criticism. There's a lot of criticism. But you know what? That's the price of leadership. So if you want to lead, be prepared to be criticized and be prepared to be open to learning something from people who are criticizing you.
We want to make sure Israel is the Israel that we want it to be and that we want to be able to support. And as American Jewish women, we are concerned, and men, the men in the room too, we are concerned about some of these things going on. So I think, it's our responsibility as advocates and activists, which is what this conference is about, to be educated, to be clear, to understand. And one of the things we're doing with the roundtable is we've asked every organization from the ADL to the Conference of Presidents, when they meet with officials in Israel, which everyone takes their missions to Israel, and they meet with the Prime Minister, that we make it clear that this is an issue of concern to us.
If you come to this conference, you will be completely surprised, because I think you would come for one thing, to learn about what's going on in Israel, to learn about how to manage your finances, and yet I think you'll come away with something else. I think you'll come away with something that you will have learned about an area that you never even thought you would care about, and I think that you'll come away with having made connections with people that you never would have expected to meet.
I really think that people in my generation, in their 20s and 30s, can gain so much from coming to a conference like this.
For me personally, I would say reinterpreting personal branding as a very positive thing, which I've always had a negative association with a slogan or commodification or something like that, but really helping us be clear about what we offer and what we want.
We see violence all the time. I don't want to sound like Tipper Gore with the lyrics in music, but my desire now, and it's something I really want to talk to you about, is how the family has been shaped by the national acceptance of a level of violence in movies and television, in games for kids. I mean, it all comes together. So I think that's a woman's issue. It's anyone's issue, but for me, that's a feminist issue.
I spoke on a panel about intergenerational relationships between women, and that, I have to tell you, was one of the most enriching conversations to hear from multiple generations, different perspectives, and to have a room full of women come together and talk about things that they often don't get to talk about. And to take that taboo and turn it into inspiration was a fantastic experience.
There are $10 billion a year pitched to us to tell us that we are health and we need health products, we need hygiene products. If I accept what our society feels about aging, I am in trouble. I might as well go to bed and cover my head. so you have to fight it almost on a daily basis. You wake up in the morning and you say, I'm going to reinvent myself today.
Study is immensely important for Jews. We believe that sacred texts are holy, not because they never err, but because they're inexhaustible. Instead of having one correct meaning, they have many possible meanings. Sometimes one speaks strongly to a particular person or generation, sometimes another. And as people live through new experiences and new realities, they draw from the text new insights. Torah, like the created world itself, is always being created anew.
I mean, I think we all have really, really busy lives, and there's so many different things that you can do with your time. And I think that some years you just can't make it, but that, you know, taking the time, if you can't make it this year, to really prioritize it for next year. Because I think that, you know, you think, what are you going to get out of it? But until you're in this space and really having those interactions, you really don't fully understand how dynamic and really helpful it can be in your day-to-day life, even outside of the conference.
I feel what's key is, yes, I mean, I'm a big supporter of you know, our technological advances, but I think what is really more important is that we balance that with the personal and the opportunity to literally hear and exchange ideas face to face with other women.
Don't even consider it, just sign up and come for next year. Right now. Right now.